Hey, good evening. I am Corey Stones, and I'm here to talk about Trezor devices and cryptocurrencies and how those are compatible and work together. And basically, I wanted to make sure that there was clarification on how my Ether wallet works with the Trezor devices and how that all connects together. I know it's not that easy, and I've spent some time troubleshooting it, and I would like to consider myself pretty versed in the world of cryptocurrencies. So even the time that I spent troubleshooting it, it just wasn't as straightforward as I was expecting. So I wanted to go ahead and share some of that information with you guys. So if you are doing the cryptocurrency thing, all right, as many people are beginning to do, the cryptocurrency, the digital currency, the altcoins, all of that is very, very popular right now. It's extremely enticing. I'm personally invested in it myself. I've been personally invested in it for a while. I've been keeping up with the cryptocurrency space for a while and trying to stay up with new technologies and new coins that are being released and staying up with some of the industry leaders and just trying to keep up with everything that's going on. There's a lot going on in the world of cryptocurrency right now, and it's pretty much the way of the future. So if you are investing in cryptocurrencies and you are looking to get involved in cryptocurrencies, storing cryptocurrencies is one of the most important security features that we can discuss. And what I mean by storing cryptocurrencies is, once you buy a cryptocurrency, what are you going to do with the currency? Are you just going to day trade it, right? You're going to buy it in the morning at one price and sell it in the evening at another price and wash your hands with it? Or are you looking at long-term investing or holding the cryptocurrency for an extended period of time? Basically, if you're going to be holding the currency for an extended period of time, it's never recommended that you keep the digital currency on any type of exchange. And exchanges are targets for hacking and malicious activity. If a hacker knows that there's a lot of money on a particular exchange, then that exchange becomes a target for hackers to try to hack. So exchanges are vulnerable to hacking. It's never recommended that you keep your cryptocurrencies on an exchange. However, there are benefits to keeping it on the exchange. One of the benefits about keeping cryptocurrencies on an exchange is when it's on an exchange, it's readily available and accessible to sell. So if you want to get rid of that cryptocurrency and it has a price action that spikes really high, then you can immediately sell that cryptocurrency and you can get rid of it at that point in time. If you've got that currency stored on a wallet or on a Trezor device or a nano ledger, then you have an additional step of going and finding that device, plugging it into the computer, and transferring that currency off of that device or from another wallet off of an exchange, transferring it back to the exchange so that you can then have it available to sell. Well, two things are going to happen during that time period of you transferring from one wallet or device to the exchange. The two things that are basically going to happen is that, number one, the price could adjust. Okay, cryptocurrency, things are happening extremely fast right now. Extremely fast. So 10 minutes or 1 hour could be a drastic difference in the price of a coin. So if you're really trying to hit it at a peak, or you have a sell limit set, meaning you're going to sell the cryptocurrency once it reaches this particular point, then you really have to evaluate, is it worth it to keep it on an exchange, or is it worth it to transfer it off of the exchange and put it on a wallet or another device, a storage device? And so you have to evaluate that. I can tell you, no matter what, any currency that you keep on an exchange, you have to assume the risk and understand that there's a potential that you could lose all of that cryptocurrency. Now, that's not good, but I'm telling you straight, if you're going to take the risk of keeping it on an exchange, there is a risk for being hacked, and there is a risk for that being a vulnerable point and you losing that cryptocurrency. The other thing is when you decide to transfer the cryptocurrency off of an exchange or to a wallet and then from a wallet back to an exchange, each one of those transfers is associated with a fee. So you're going to pay a different fee depending on where you're transferring it to and from and what coin you're transferring. For example, Bitcoin might have a higher fee than Litecoin as one example. So depending on the currency, depending on where you're transferring it to and from, what are those point A's and point B's, then you're going to be charged a transfer fee, and that fee is going to be different depending on those variables. So in order to eliminate those fees, in order to have accessibility, you have to evaluate, does it make sense to keep some cryptocurrency on an exchange, or does it make sense to keep all of it in a hardware or wallet type of storage device? So that's really what I want to talk about today. And specifically, I want to talk about my Ether wallet, and I want to talk about setting my Ether wallet up and how that is compatible to a Trezor hardware storage device. And it's not that straightforward. So bear with me on the explanation because it's not as easy to follow as one might seem. Starting from the basics, you have several ways of storing cryptocurrency. Number one, you can store it on what's referred to as a hot wallet. The second option is a cold wallet, or hot storage or cold storage, however you want to refer to that terminology. The term hot means that it's online, meaning that that cryptocurrency is stored on the internet. Cold storage devices mean that they are offline and they are the most secure way of storing your cryptocurrency. So one of the most popular cold storage devices is called a Trezor device. The Trezor is kind of the highest level of cryptocurrency storage devices available right now. The cost is about $100 or $120 depending on where you buy it from and the shipping associated with it. The Trezor device is a digital device and it looks kind of like a USB drive. That's sort of what it looks like. And it's basically designed to keep all of your cryptocurrencies. My Ethereum wallet is integrated within the Trezor device. I'm assuming the same operation or a similar operation works with the Nano Ledger. I personally don't own a Nano Ledger. I do own a Trezor, so I'm only speaking on behalf of my experiences with the Trezor device. So once you go to myetherwallet.com, you have the ability to look at what that interface of the MyEther wallet will look like. Now that interface that you see at myetherwallet.com is exactly the same interface that you will see when you access your Trezor device. And this is where it gets a little sticky and a little bit confusing. MyEther wallet can be both a hot storage and a cold storage. And you say, well, how? How is that possible? Here's how it's possible. MyEther wallet can be set up through myetherwallet.com and it can be accessible anytime through myetherwallet.com. That is an online-based storage wallet that is considered a hot storage application. Trezor has integrated the interface of MyEther wallet within their cold storage device. So when you have set up your Trezor and you want to, for example, transfer Ethereum, or you want to transfer another Ethereum compatible token, then you can transfer that token to the address associated with the MyEther wallet inside the Trezor device. And whenever you send it to the address associated with the MyEther wallet inside the Trezor device, it becomes a cold storage application. So hopefully you're following that. But basically the interface that you will see when accessing Trezor will be the exact same interface for my Ethereum wallet that you will see if you access myethereumwallet.com and set up a hot storage wallet that way. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys and gals, and you understand kind of where I'm coming from. Where it gets a little bit more tricky is the private keys in comparison to the seed phrase, the recovery seed phrase. And let me explain that. When you set up a Trezor device, you will set up what you refer to as your recovery seed phrase or your recovery phrase or your seed phrase. It's referred to sometimes as different terms. That is a combination of random words that's anywhere from 6, 12, and 24. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, you have the option to choose if you want it to be 6 words, 12 words, or 24 words within the setup process. Obviously, the 24-word option is more secure. There's more variations there, and so it's harder to guess, harder to hack. So I chose the 24-word seed phrase when setting up my Trezor device, and by doing that, it prompts you to write down each word at a particular line item. It'll say, word 1 is tomorrow. Word 2 is marine, for example. So basically, when you set up that seed phrase is specific to your Trezor device. And so you also have the ability to set up a PIN and some other security features with the Trezor device. But what I'm focusing on right now is the seed phrase. When you set up that seed phrase, and assuming you've done 24 words, it's going to ask you to write down and store those words and that seed phrase on a card that it's going to provide for you, and it's going to basically tell you to keep that somewhere secure. And it basically says that this is your lifeline to restoring and accessing your Trezor device. So if you need to wipe your device clean, if your device is lost, stolen, or broken, you have the ability to gain another Trezor device, a new Trezor device, and restore the digital currencies that were once stored on your original device on the new Trezor device that you restore using your seed phrase. Now, what I want to be careful about in explaining is the private key associated with my Ethereum wallet and how if you are using the My Ethereum wallet within the Trezor device, you don't have private keys. Your seed phrase is acting as your private key. When you set up My Ethereum wallet and you go to myethereumwallet.com, you basically enter a password to set it up new, and it's going to generate a random private key, alphanumeric key. Right? The cryptography key. That key is what you have to keep safe and you have to have available to restore or access that hot wallet that you created on My Ethereum wallet or myethereumwallet.com. So your password and your private key is what you're going to need to access the My Ether wallet through the online portal. Now, when you're accessing it through Trezor, you don't need the seed phrase or the private key. Again, the seed phrase acts as your private key. And when you plug in the Trezor device into a desktop or another, iPad or something that's going to have a USB portal, then it's going to basically register and connect the device, and it's going to ask you to enter in the PIN, the security PIN, which is a 4-digit PIN, to access the Trezor device. Then you can get on through the different wallets within the Trezor device by entering the PIN. The only time you're going to need the seed phrase is if you're doing an update to the Trezor and you have to wipe the Trezor clean, or like I said, if it's lost, stolen, or broken, and you need to restore your old Trezor with purchasing a new one, you would use that seed phrase. So just to make sure that we're clear there, My Ether wallet can be created and accessible both in a cold storage device and on a hot storage application. And it's basically the exact same interface that you see on myetherwallet.com and the MyEtherWallet application within the Trezor device. The big differences is the application on the Trezor device is a cold storage, making it very secure and the most secure way to store crypto. And the way that it is on myetherwallet.com is it is considered a hot storage application, and it is more vulnerable to hacking because it is online. So making sure you understand the differences there. Make sure that you understand that if you have sent Ethereum or a Ether equivalent token to MyEtherWallet, the addresses that you're going to have on myetherwallet.com and that wallet you've set up versus the address associated with MyEtherWallet integration on the Trezor is going to be a different cryptography address. So you need to make sure that you understand that. What I'm personally doing is I'm doing both. I'm keeping a hot wallet available through myetherwallet.com, and then I'm also keeping I'm keeping obviously my Trezor device active, and through my Trezor device I can access the cold storage application of myetheriumwallet.com, and I can choose to store some in cold storage and some on a hot storage depending on what my goal is and depending on what I'm trying to achieve. So making sure that that's clear, and also making sure that you understand that the seed phrase is acting as the private key for your Trezor device for my Ethereum wallet. The private key associated with my Ethereum wallet within the Trezor device is never released to you, the owner of the device, nor is it released to any address that it's communicating with. All that restoring and backing up that you would need to do with the Trezor device is all done with the seed phrase that you establish when you set the Trezor device up in the beginning. So hopefully you guys understand that, and hopefully that's clear. Appreciate your patience and bearing with me on that explanation. The other last point I want to make, I want to point out to you guys is if you're using myetherwallet.com and you've set up a wallet and you've lost your password or you've lost your private key, that's a big deal. It's a very big deal if you've put money or cryptocurrency on that wallet. If you have cryptocurrency on that wallet, you're not going to be able to recover that wallet, and that money is lost. If you have zero money on that wallet or zero digital currencies being stored on that wallet, then all you have to do is just create a new wallet, and it's no big deal because that old wallet will be inaccessible because you've lost either the password or the private key. But if there was no money on that wallet, it was no big deal to begin with. You would just repeat the process and create another My Ethereum wallet at myetheriumwallet.com. And of course, with the new wallet, you would want to make sure you're, saving the private keys and the passwords in an appropriate location. The last point very quickly I want to point out is my Ethereum wallet will also support other Ethereum compatible tokens. And if you're familiar with cryptocurrencies, you know that many of these altcoins, a majority of these altcoins, are being built on the Ethereum framework. They are basically additions to the Ethereum framework, and they were referred to as dApps. Decentralized apps or decentralized applications. And those coins can be stored on my Ethereum wallet as well. And you would send those coins to the same address as the Ethereum address. And if you want to check to see and make sure if that coin is compatible, when you are inside my Ethereum wallet, you can scroll down to the bottom left-hand side. You'll see a yellow button that says Add Token or Token, and you can look by clicking on that button at all the Ethereum compatible tokens that are being able to be stored in my Ethereum wallet at this point. If you don't see the token there, more than likely it's probably not supported by my Ethereum wallet at that time. But by looking at the list of the tokens that are listed, most of the tokens you're probably interested are going to be there, if not all of them. There's a fairly long list of all the tokens that are being supported by my Ethereum wallet at this point. Hopefully that answers your questions. I hope that it eliminates some long and useless hours of trying to troubleshoot and figuring out if myethereumwallet.com is the same thing as my Ethereum wallet through the Trezor and how all that's different. Hopefully this helps you in setting up your long-term or short-term storages for your digital currencies. Again, I appreciate you staying tuned and watching the full video. I'm going to leave some resources below for myetherwallet.com, as well as if you're looking to get involved in cryptocurrencies and you're looking for a trusted, reliable source to kind of purchase some currencies as your first purchase off an exchange. I'm going to provide you with a link below as well that you can have access to that. And if you're looking to find out more information about cryptocurrencies in general, I am managing a private Facebook page. The name of the page is called Cryptocurrency Discussion Forum. And it is a page that encompasses about 6 different countries of people, a lot of smart people on there, everything from investing in coin to mining the coin to technical support and troubleshooting issues. All of that is being discussed on that group. I'll leave a link to that group as well on Facebook. If you'd like to dive more into daily cryptocurrency discussions, then you can access that page. It is a private group, so if you want to send a request to the group, then we'll make sure that we accept you and we get you at it. In addition to that, we're going to be focusing on a lot of different topics on this YouTube channel, things from cryptocurrencies to health and fitness to craft beers and reviews of breweries, snowboarding, mountain biking, investment tips, health and fitness. If I didn't already say that, real estate. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things, all the things that encompass my life, my hobbies, my careers, my investments. This is what I call every day. So I want to share that information with you guys. I want to help you have a trusted resource that you can use to kind of shed some light on other perspectives and other things that are happening within those topics. Everything on this channel is my personal advice. And it's not, financial advice. It's my personal experiences. So please do your own research. Please take everything that I say with a grain of salt. Verify everything and do your own research. And of course, consult with professionals, professional financial individuals when it's appropriate to making your own decisions within your own personal finances and what you're investing in and all of that. Again, guys and gals, my name is Corey Moore, aka Corey Stones. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, then please click subscribe. Let us know what you want to have discussed within the topics of things that we're talking about. But my goal here is to bring you a daily and regularly created content that is a blog video, a video type blog focusing on all those things. You guys have a great night. Thank you.